everything Trisha Paytas did wrong in her new Korean skincare routine. This isn't to be mean or nasty, but this is a great example of what people do when they just discover K-beauty and get super excited about it.
My latest hyperfixation has been a gloss skincare routine, specifically for discoloration for my mature skin. So today we're gonna try Korean beauty pads.
She didn't emulsify her oil cleanser. Is this a massively necessary step? Kind of yes and no. So when you put on an oil cleanser, you break down all your makeup, your sunscreen. That emulsification process, which is adding warm water to make it milky, just kind of further helps take everything off your skin and make sure it is actually washed away with water. I can already see next she's using way too much foam cleanser. So these are pore pads, and I saw a lot of people say she's using them wrong. With these Celimax ones, you can just use them to wipe over your face. One side, I believe, is slightly more textured than the other, but you could also use these as a leave-on mask. When they have that like divot in the pore pad, it's good to use, you know, in crevices on your face. But no, she's not using them wrong. It's essentially a serum held onto a pore pad. Oh, okay, so she left it 10 minutes, I guess, for the product to sink in. You don't have to do that. You can pack your skin like this and just make sure the product's in the skin. So this is, as we all know, one of those peel-off masks. You do not rub the peel-off mask like that. You put it on your skin, then gently push it over, trying to get an even coverage. You don't rub this into your skin. If you rub this, you are going to make it so thin that you can't peel it off. It's going to be a nightmare. You want it to come off in one long peel, not separate little flakies. She's rubbing it in so much. Wow. On her neck too?
So this is how I woke up. You sleep with it overnight, and it was supposed to turn into sort of a film mask that you peel off. There was slight peeling, but on my cheeks, because I sleep on my face a lot, I don't think the mask took.
It didn't take because she applied it wrong. You also don't rinse it off. So you take it off and you're meant to leave that dewy layer on your skin.
Totally fine, because you can also rinse with water. Did it give a glass skin effect? Not yet. I'll probably have to use up some oils and cream.
Did it leave a glassing effect? Not yet. It's supposed to leave you an instant one because of the product it deposits on the skin, even overnight, because it's going to trap it all on. But that is a temporary effect, but it's supposed to work long term as well. So I think because she rinsed it away. In general, her skin looks good. Like, who am I to judge? But the biggest mistake here is using a ton of new skincare products all in one go, which is something I also do. I get overexcited when I got a new skincare haul and I want to use everything in one go, but it's good to have a basic routine that you know works for you, where you can swap in and out products when you're testing them. A few learning curves there, but I'm sure she'll get the hang of it. This swollen, puffy red eye is all because of Vaseline. It's allergy season in the UK, or hay fever as we call it, and I get it so bad. And one thing I swear by every single year is taking Vaseline. It doesn't have to be a stick, and literally just rubbing it along my eye like that and just leaving it like that. I do that in the evening, before bed, and in the morning, and it saves my eyes from this. This morning, I've forgotten to do it, and it has ruined my day. Like, I can't film with this. Like, I look like I've got pink eye. I can't do it. But if, like me, you take hay fever tablets or tablets for your allergies and you still get that like fizzy nose, the itchy, annoying eyes, swipe, swipe. Put on a cotton bud up your nose. Just put some up your nose. It's a game changer. In the UK, if you know anyone going to the US, get them to bring you back a Vaseline stick. Actually, are they on TikTok shop? I don't know. I'll see. If they are, I'll link it. I recommended this moisturizer for years, and I regret it so much. Because the reason I used to love this is now the exact reason I would never use this again. Nature Republic's aloe vera gel felt a little bit like a miracle product if you had very oily skin. You know, it's kind of an icon in the K-beauty world, one of the first truly viral skincare products when viral actually used to mean something. It's this lightweight, clear aloe vera gel that dried down so quickly. Lightweight, cooling, watery, your skin looked matte within seconds. I genuinely loved it and told a lot of people to buy it. like a lot of people. But I feel like I was confusing sensation with the actual results that this product gave me. Alcohol was so high up on the ingredient list, and that's why it dried down so quickly and gave me that cooling sensation. Zero residue, and my skin always felt what I thought was nicely tight at the end of it. Tightness meant no oil. It was temporarily reducing that oil whilst drying me the fuck out. Now, denatured alcohol doesn't always dry people out. I don't like that myth. But this formula at the time was. So when I switched to a more classic moisturizer, shall we say, my oily skin got so much better. It's not a bad product. After sun, it works great for insect bites, kept in the fridge for summer to cool you down. I believe that's kind of like all how they're marketing it now as well. It's a nice product to use. But as your main moisturizer, I don't think it's hugely beneficial. It might make a great serum, actually, if you want something calming and cooling, but I would use a regular moisturizer after. I think they've actually reformulated it since. I'm pretty sure they have. This was years ago I used to use it. It looks like they got more barrier-focused ingredients now. Do I rebuy this to see if it's changed in any way? Because surely if I loved it so much then, with these barrier care ingredients, I might actually enjoy it now? Or is aloe gel just never going to be a good enough moisturizer for somebody with combination skin? Let me know what you think. Influencers make the best skincare. Fact. 100% real, actual fact. Caroline Hirons' skin rocks. The gentle acid. I struggle to call Caroline Hirons an influencer because I feel like that undermines her legacy in the beauty industry as a whole. But she is somebody with great influence who just so happens to be online. And I love this product. So many brands say that their chemical exfoliants are gentle. As somebody with rosacea, I can tell you they're not. This is just gentle. It actually is just gentle. I would say how hard can that be? But I think other brands have proven how hard it is to make a actual nice chemical exfoliant that doesn't irritate my skin. It's a mix of AHA and PHA, so you're getting nice hydration too, as well as evening skin tone, smoothing texture, and getting just brighter skin. Dr. Sam prequel The Cleanser. I talk about this product so much, people were shocked that it wasn't in my initial lineup. This is just one of the nicest, most hydrating cleansers I've ever used, and I don't usually team the term hydrating with a cleanser, but when there's 50% glycerin in a cleanser, it's obviously going to be hydrating. It's such a nice texture. There's aloe, there's oat extract, arginine as well, so all soothing and helping to support the skin barrier. You get your money's worth with this cleanser. They just do not end. They don't end. They're huge. Remedy's back with their dark circle reducing advanced eye cream. Long name. Dr. Shah's back. Not only is he one of my favorite experts online, but I just don't think Remedy has launched a single bad product. That's not to say I use all of them, but objectively, none of them are bad. They are good. They're what people are asking, not trend driven, but still look great too. This is such a nice lightweight eye cream. I kind of want this in a pot because I would use this as a moisturizer. I use eye creams to help with puffiness and fine lines, and this does a good job. There's kojic acid in there if you do want to help brighten dark circles. Peptides, there's a marine algae complex for hydration, for firmer, smoother looking skin. And the gel cream just works with the applicator tip. I love an applicator tip that you can like massage the cream in with. Alicia, Lati esthetician, product developer, one of those people you just meet in real life. You see their skin and you're like, you know what the fuck you're talking about. Supernova Body Soft Wash. I don't think I've ever used up a body wash so fast. This is a really nice, gentle, daily cleanser for your body that doesn't strip your skin. You come out of the shower feeling nicely, not tight, just normal. You have urea and gluconolactone, which I think is going to help smooth the skin very, very gently. Lots of hydrating ingredients in there too. This smells so good. This doesn't smell like a body wash, and I don't know how to explain this. This smells like a really well thought through fragrance. Like if you shove this body wash under my nose, I would think it was a perfume bottle. You know, like body washes just have that body wash underlying smell to it. I don't know how to explain it. I think this was a rich body balm or a fragrance or like a solid perfume, you know? It just makes the whole experience feel a lot more luxurious. Glossier built one of the biggest cult followings beauty has ever seen, then spent 5 years doing everything to lose them. And the embarrassing part is that's not just my words, that's pretty much what their new CEO is saying. Glossier used to mean something very specific. Boy brow, cloud paint, balm.com. They had a few hero products both in skincare and makeup, all with this minimal, effortless, clean girl aesthetic. And let's be honest, it was the makeup and skincare brand for people who didn't really need it. It was more of an aesthetic Instagram thing. But they were known for having a small capsule collection that whenever new products launched, sold out, and were kind of hard to get your hands on. Fast forward to years later and they start launching everything and anything. New categories, new merch that looked like it was from Temu, some really cheap tat. They're opening up stores in almost every city. It no longer felt exclusive or special in any way whatsoever. They pretty much became everything they never stood for. But they have a new CEO, Colin Walsh, who is closing down stores, cutting back on launches, and interestingly, in my opinion, putting fragrance front and center. This feels like, to me, they're backpedaling on a lot of mistakes from the last 5 years. So they're going right back to the beginning of who they used to be. That original lineup of products, that minimal, effortless feel, kind of what Rhode is today. They have tried reinventing themselves over and over and over, and I've made countless YouTube videos about it. But it turns out what they're going to do is start again, go with the original plan. Less cash grabby. I think they're also trying to appeal less to just Gen Z, which is a good idea in my opinion, because they alienated their original millennial audience, who are kind of the only people that really use it. But do you trust them to follow through this time? This is their, I don't know, I've lost count, third, fourth, fifth rebranding. Is it actually gonna change anything? Do you actually care? I'm not sure I do. Let me know in the comments. This is one of the most unpopular products on Olive Young that I absolutely love, so let me try and convince you to try it. This is the Revectin Aqua Hyaluronic Essence, and at one point in time, it was pretty much everybody's favorite hydrating step. But I feel like it's become somewhat like overlooked in this like flashier, more gimmicky K-beauty landscape we're living in. It's not massively exciting to look at, and yes, this is a new bottle, but it's not been reformulated since I last tried it. It's such a nice hydrating step that just makes your skin look and feel so much healthier. So this really does hydrate the skin very, very well. Nothing exciting. It's that 7 molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, which when this was launched was really exciting, but nowadays every hydrating product has that in because it's good. It's a solid ingredient melange, but you do get that plumpness that just feels like it lasts so much longer. So you get this really nice, comfortable, hydrated feeling and a more natural looking glow to your skin. I'm going to do another layer, but we also have caffeine and papaya fruit extract in here. So as well as hydration, you're getting help with dullness, uneven skin tone, all whilst being super, super gentle. So this is a really good addition if you are somebody who likes a very simple, minimal routine. Kind of like an all-in-one step of hydration and treatment for easily sensitized skin or compromised skin as well. This is the kind of product that people used to go crazy for back when K-beauty first started becoming popular. It's first time going viral over on YouTube, but everyone is so distracted by these new trends and gimmicks constantly coming out. Meanwhile, consistently good products and brands like this are kind of being ignored. Now, this is only the most unpopular because whilst all the reviews are good of this product, there just aren't enough of them and people aren't buying it anymore. But I'm glad I've repurchased this. But let me know if you've tried this or like remember it from the good old days. Skincare products I would never put on my skin ever again. Drying spot treatments. Those used to be my go-to spot treatments when I was younger and had acne and consistent breakouts because all I wanted was for the spot to be gone. I don't care how it went, just get rid of it. What happened after using these drying down spot treatments was severe post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, those dark spots that take months and months and months to get rid of. I'm always in shock when I see brands who still make these because it's such an old-fashioned formula. These gold eye patches that I'm currently seeing everywhere on TikTok shop, they're shit. They're so bad, and no offense, but they come in the worst packaging. They're soaked in this watery serum that God knows what's in it because no one knows, because the majority of time these are just drop shipped and a brand has put their name on it. But that serum is so watery that once you put this on, they just slide down your face. And I used to order these years ago from like Wish. You can get so many better eye patches for a similar price. Sunscreen compacts. I really want to like these, but I can't. I think they are a very convenient way to reapply sunscreen throughout the day over makeup. And not only are they always mineral, but they are the whitest mineral I've ever seen in sunscreen. I'm guessing it's something to do with formulation. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason chemical sunscreen can't be formulated into this type of packaging. I have no idea. I would use these if I'm sat like in a garden on my own and no one's looking at me, but I don't even bother buying these anymore because I know I just cannot use them without looking ghostly. Seventh Heaven mud masks. Do you remember these? I've never not had a reaction to these. Bearing in mind, I haven't used these since I was like 16, but me and my friends would always buy these before sleepovers. We'd all buy one each. Some of them warmed your skin, some of them cooled down your skin, some of them just felt like gunge on the skin. And you'd always get these at the till point in like Superdrug or Boots. They're shit, they're so bad. They'd always leave me stinging or slightly red or itchy. And when I was that age, I thought that meant it was doing something, you know? But yeah. Do these still exist? I think they do. You do not need an eye cream is the biggest skincare lie I wish I never fell for, because now I'm in my late 30s, I get why people use them and why I should have used them earlier. On my whole trying to make TikTok shop truthful again journey, I've definitely fallen in love with a fair few Medicube brands. Their PDRN Pink Peptide Eye Cream is a really nice cream I've been using during the day. And before anyone says it, we all know topical PDRN doesn't work like the injectables, but it does give a nice hydration and plumpness to the skin. You've got niacinamide in here as well to help brighten up if you've got pigmentation issues, peptides for hydration and skin support, plus a gentle amount of retinol, so do wear your sunscreen if you're using this during the day. So far so good. It's nice and lightweight, makes that area under my eyes look more weight, less crepey and dry. Decently priced as well. Then at night I've been using the Deep Lifting Peptide Eye Cream. This one is richer. This reminds me of a more typical old-fashioned eye cream, but without having to spend 5 minutes rubbing it in. But I like that as an evening eye cream because the under eye area on my face gets so dry overnight, and I'll often get like one fine line like here and here where my skin feels like it's shriveling up sometimes. I mean, peptides aren't lifting your skin overnight, but they're going to support hydration and skin function, which can help with the appearance of fine lines over time. This one also doesn't have as dewy a finish as the pink one, but it's still nice and hydrating and moisturizing without being suffocating. Just hydrate under your eyes. So the reason I changed my mind all those years ago on eye creams is because the delicate skin under your eyes needs a product that is formulated for that skin. Not because eye creams are these miracle products by any means, but because formulas specifically designed for that under eye area are sometimes better than treating it exactly the same as the rest of your face. Does it come? This is equally one of the best and one of the worst cleansers I've ever used. If you've used the Inky List Oat Cleansing Balm before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The best, because when it worked, it was one of the most effective cleansing balms I've ever used. It didn't dry me out, and a great price as well. But the worst, because sometimes the product separated, you'd open the lid, a load of oil would come out, and it was just next to impossible to squeeze out of the tube. But the Inky List knew all this, and they spent a good amount of time fixing it. Now, I've only seen sponsored reviews of this so far, which isn't a bad thing, but I know how a lot of you feel about sponsored reviews, so here is an unsponsored one. So test number 1, how easily does it come? You're fucking kidding me. You are fucking kidding me. So product separation is still an issue. That's crazy. That is crazy. What do I do? I'm just gonna have to like hold it upside down and hope for the best. No. We've had warm weather here in the UK, but that was like a week ago. But you know, this has been in my house in my dark studio. The only lights are studio lights, and none of my other cleansing balms have done this in tubes, in pots. I think I'm literally just gonna have to squeeze it out until it becomes a solid. That feels like half the bottle's gone, half the tube's gone. Now, I don't even know if this is now meant to be the texture, but it's a nice texture. Like, it's nice. Kind of reminds me of the Elemis cleansing balm. Slightly thick still. It's still got that thickness that the original formulation had. Definitely no graininess whatsoever. Bit of warm water and it emulsifies very well as well. Skin's not feeling dry or tight in any way, which a lot of those more plasticky cleansing balms can make my skin feel. And it does rinse away very, very, very nicely. It's rinsed away very, very nicely, and my skin doesn't feel tight or dry or anything after. I have reactive skin in the sense that when I touch it, it goes red, so that's nothing to do with the product itself. I have to say I'm disappointed. That separation issue, that oil coming out of the tube, was one of the biggest issues I had with the original formulation of this, which they said has been fixed. I do think this isn't going to be a regular thing, but as I mentioned, the only reason I can think that happened is we've had warm weather recently, literally about a week ago now, but none of my other cleansing balms have done that. It's sat in a dark room with air conditioning in, so I don't know What happened there? I'm disappointed because that was a lot of product that came out. That was probably like half the tube that came out, no exaggeration, went all over my desk, all over my keyboard. Other than that, there is a very obvious difference with this formulation. The gradiness has gone. It feels like a really nice, rich cleansing balm. Again, like that Elemis one, which I actually really, really like. Very classic, does the job it needs to do. I don't know, guys. There's still something wrong. There's still something wrong. Influencers make the best cleansers. Fact. Actual fact. We need to talk about Selfless by Hiram because that brand was ahead of its time. Those gentle actives that everybody is craving now when Selfless by Hiram launched in a world of The Ordinary being peak popularity. The Centella and Green Tea Hydrating Gel Cleanser has been one of my favorite cleansers since it launched. It's just that really soothing everyday cleanser that I happily used twice a day. Centella and Green Tea just doing what they do best, antioxidants, soothing, calming visible redness, supporting the skin, and then you've got that really high level of glycerin, which is actually a pattern you're going to notice in this list. Just keeps you so hydrated whilst you cleanse. It's such a good cleanser. Heyyyy Crave Beauty Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. This is probably one of my most staple products ever. As in like, it's always coming back and forth in my routine and it's always a cleanser I fall back on. In fact, when I'm testing new products, it's one of the cleansers I use because I know how well my skin reacts to it. Great for when your skin is stressed out, you want to focus on maintaining the skin barrier. Matcha for antioxidants, we've got hemp seed oil in here as well. Nice fatty acids, a good amount of glycerin, keeping those hydration levels up. I think this is actually one of the first really non-stripping cleansers I ever used way back in the day. Susan Yara, Naturium, Niacinamide Cleansing Gilet. I can never say it. Why can't I say it? 3%, a slightly more focused cleanser, which is thankfully not stripping anyway because it is nice to leave on your skin for a little bit, kind of like a mask, especially when you have actives in it. So gentle, niacinamide balancing things out a little bit. I just love this. Again, another everyday cleanser that I'd happily use morning and night, which I do when the weather gets hotter and my oily combination skin becomes more oily. And you just need like one pump of this and it just seems to spread all over the face and lather up so nicely. I'm throwing in Dr. Shah here because here's an influencer. Here's a dermatologist first, right? But here's an influencer now. He has great influence. Remedy for skin, gel to foam cleanser with salicylic acid. If you want a really good, deep, thorough cleanse for your oily skin without stripping the fuck out of your skin, this is the cleanser to go for. It gives you that satisfaction of almost like a deep purge without destroying your skin barrier, without voiding your face of all moisture. Salicylic acid, of course, is going to gently exfoliate. So again, leaving it on for a little while, but then balance with like ceramides and glycerin so it doesn't feel stripping. It's just that perfect middle ground between a nice satisfying cleanse after a hot, sweaty, oily skinned day with that gentle cleanse. So yeah, I think I'm right in thinking influencers are making some of the best skincare around at the moment. Body care products I love as somebody who is usually far too lazy to do anything post shower. Naturium's the Glow Getter Multi-Oil Body Wash. It's still wet from the shower. This is like the weirdest mix of like an oil and gel that I've ever used. You use it like a body wash, obviously, but it feels like you've just oiled up your skin. It feels like you've moisturized. So you step out the shower almost feeling like you don't need to use a lotion. And sometimes I don't after this. It's got 50% glycerin in it, which is really why it feels so hydrating. Linoleic rich oils as well, so it's not stripping. Just feel so soft after using this. Think Sol de Janeiro, but better. Oh, Soltaire, I think I mentioned this before actually, Driftwood Multi-Lipid Body Butter. The whole Soltaire Driftwood line I'm obsessed with. It's so rich, it's so rich, so you feel like you get that really deep moisturization, but it's also not thick and heavy, so you don't feel like your clothes are sticking to you after. Ceramide skin identical lipids, it's so nice for irritated, cracked skin as well, despite it being fragranced. I really just feel like it's locking in all the moisture. I get really itchy shins for some reason, and this is like, stop that completely. But for my drier bits, from the same line, the Driftwood Nourishing Body Oil. I've been using this for 2 months solid, and look how much I've used. A little bit goes such a long way. Reading from the website, they got a blend of kukui, KK, and of course squalane to really deeply hydrate the skin, strengthen the skin barrier, and you are left feeling very soft. I refused to use oils on my body for the longest time because of that sticky feeling. You just don't get it with this, and it kind of acts like an all-day fragrance. Especially when your body starts to get a bit warmer, you can really smell that scent coming off. This used to be my favourite serum, and then they changed it. So obviously I was ready to be very dramatic about it. Like, why would you do that? Why would you change a perfectly good serum? But I'm on my second bottle of the new version now, and honestly, it's basically the same, which is very good news. The original, you may remember, was more about hydration, skin barrier support, that healthy, plump, glowy, dewy finish, as well as helping pores look more refined with a gentle daily exfoliation using PHA. And that hasn't changed. That's not changed. The texture is still the same, it's still that greeny colour, it smells and feels the same on the skin, super lightweight, doesn't peel, sits nicely in a routine, layers up with everything so nicely. The main change here is the NMN. I believe is related to vitamin B3, that's a question. And in skincare, it's more about supporting skin hydration and I guess like overall balance, you can say. It's not going to reverse aging or do anything dramatic when applied topically. But honestly, it's not much of a difference at all. You're still getting that hydration, that soothing, that barrier support, and pore refining too, which explains why I still like this serum so much. So they changed it, but they definitely haven't ruined it, which has happened in the past with reformulations. Slightly updated, but honestly, feels no different, same results. I still like it. My favourite makeup products as somebody who has no idea how to use makeup. That's my brother's job, but one thing I've learned is I don't do makeup for men, unless it's Korean, because they don't dumb shit down. They just repackage it so it looks a bit more manlier, but it's also easier to use, starting with this. The Dashu Men's Cover Stick Foundation. This is probably the easiest option to apply out of all three products. If you want something fast, straightforward, you literally take off the top, with the colour on. You then just dab this onto areas where you want some coverage, and you can blend with your fingers or the stubby brush that comes on the back. It takes seconds to blend in with the brush. It's like hard but light at the same time. It's just so convenient for the only areas I really want to cover, redness, dark circles. If you don't like that feeling of a full face of makeup, this is perfect. I got this in neutral beige, but I recently got a bit of a tan, I think, somehow, and it's a little bit too light for me right now. The Jungsei Mall Men Slim Fit Nude Cushion. This is just like the iconic Nude Cushion, but with a blue case. The cushion format is, of course, super quick to apply, but one issue I have with cushions is I'm often left with like a little sponge line when I'm dabbing around. I don't get it with this, so it's so quick and easy to apply. It gives a really nice, smooth, even base without looking heavy or cakey in any way. Perfectly cover up redness. So I usually wear this for events or when I do want a little bit more coverage. It's not overly dewy. It helps with the appearance of enlarged pores. And I do it the Jungsei Mall way, where I apply like a little bit of the makeup first. I do it in really thin layers, then build up, and it's perfect. One that I've been using probably the most recently is this one. This is a Cho Sanga Beauty, I believe it's pronounced, Mega Fit Stick Foundation Master. Again, very beginner friendly. We have the foundation in this thicker form at the top here, which I actually really like when you want a bit more full coverage. I feel like this one is for just bits on the face. This one is everywhere. So I just do like stripes on my face and then blend in. We have this nice stubby brush which blends everything in again effortlessly without being too hard. Like your makeup is done in seconds. Again, I do this like the Jungsei Mall way. I actually got this because I like the Jungsei Mall version of this and I can't find it anywhere now. But I never go to the edges of my face because Jungsei Mall says it can make your face look like wider. So I just go in the center and then brush outwards. But again, really nice. This is the one I'm wearing now. I can still see a little bit of my rosacea coming through. It's not full coverage in any way. It's quite nice and dewy. Sits really nice on top of every sunscreen I've used so far. But most importantly, again, completely effortless. So yeah, give these a go. I would recommend, oh, I don't know. I like them all. This is the latest victim of the TikTok shop filler alternative sales pitch. Because apparently now every hydrating serum is a filler alternative, which is annoying because this is one of my favorite products from Sungboon Editor. It's really good, but let's fact check the claims of their Silk Peptide EGF Intensive Ampoule. First thing you'll notice is these facelift threads. I mean, obviously they're not, right? The Silk Peptide threads are mainly a texture thing. They are created by silk, but gelling agents as well. And they are going to help your skin look smooth and glowy. And it does kind of have that tight feel to it, but not because it's lifting your face. Honestly, I love the gimmick. Botox in a bottle. Despite it looking medicinal in some way, clinical, of course nothing topical is going to be like Botox in any way whatsoever, but this can make your skin look smoother, plump out your skin, and make it more firm looking temporarily because of the hydration. Those peptides are going to help plump out your skin, and they do a good job of doing that, so with consistent use, fine lines may look more reduced. This has volufiline in it, and I've seen TikTokers say that volufiline is used in filler. What? No, it's not. What? There is very, very, very little independent evidence that volufiline does anything in a topical product in the way that TikTok says claim it does. When I see volufiline in skincare right now, I just ignore it. But you are going to get plumpness from hydration, peptides. This contains EGS style peptides, so whilst it may help support your skin, making it smoother, healthier looking over time, I wouldn't expect repairing miracles overnight or anything like that. Outside of all the marketing, I love this product so much. The formula is very nice. It has some staples in there like niacinamide, for brightness, barrier support, that panthenol squalane I mentioned earlier, hyaluronic acid, centella for calming, the peptides are copper tripeptide, all good things to be using on a daily basis for healthier looking skin. So what is this serum for and why do I love it? Hydration, glow, smoothing texture, making skin look plump and healthy, glassy and dewy. And honestly, I really like it. If you like a bit of skin entertainment with your skincare routine, this is perfect for that. What I will say is you have an AM and PM syringe here. The PM is just way too much. I just do like halfway between AM and PM, and that's enough product to cover your face and your neck. So yeah, I love this, but people need to calm down. It's not doing all of that. A very expensive mistake right here. I use this product exclusively for a week and my skin got much worse. And I wouldn't usually make a video about this type of product because it's makeup. I definitely wouldn't talk about makeup improving your skin in any way, but when a brand pushes their foundation this hard as skincare as well, I think it's only fair that I review it as both. This is the Clarins Double Serum Foundation, and it's meant to be this 2-in-1 hybrid skincare makeup. So we have half serum, well, quarter serum, the rest is foundation. Reading from the website, they got ingredients like turmeric for signs of aging, matrixyl 3000, banana tree for firmness, strawberry tree to control shine allegedly, horse chestnut for brightness, and a load of other natural ingredients that they seem to want to highlight. So naturally I thought this was interesting. Let me try it and see what happens. And honestly, it's not for me. It's not for my skin. First of all, it has this really interesting dial at the, sorry, it was like grabby with fingerprints, has this interesting dial at the top where you can twist it depending on how much coverage you want, which is kind of what really attracted me to it, because I thought low coverage, like a nice tinted serum almost, but this makes no difference whatsoever. Like the same amount comes out every single time. I thought I might have had a broken one, but my brother bought a few of these and he has the same issue with it as well. So it comes out like this. So that's high coverage and that's low coverage. They all look the same to me. Yeah, it's just, there's like no, I'd expect one to be more serumy and clear, and it's just not. And speaking of the finish, it's just the greasiest shit I've ever used. At first it goes on, it's like, oh, that's kind of nice. It shows up a lot of texture, but you know, I was like, a little bit dewy, whatever. Literally less than an hour later, my dry cheeks were oily, looked greasy. So you can only imagine how my oily T-zone dealt with this. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. But the worst thing is, after a week straight of using this every single day, because each day I was trying to test it, like maybe I did something wrong the day before. Maybe I did something wrong. I tried it again. I was breaking out like crazy. And obviously this is very personal to me, but my skin felt more congested. I was getting those like, almost like a rashy little spot. And I did look at the ingredients. It's all ingredients I've used absolutely fine before. But that's the thing. I actually love the idea of this product. I love that idea. Like if they can get the dosage right, and actually make that dial work, this could be really, really good. So for me, really nice concept, very poor execution, unfortunately. A very expensive mistake right here. This lip balm is so popular that brands keep trying to copy it and failing miserably. This is the Glow Peach Peptide Lip Balm, and it's one of my favorites, and it's time to open a fresh one. I fully get why people keep trying to copy this brand. And it's not one of those very basic lip balms that like you put on and it disappears and you have to like reapply within an hour. It's this really hydrating, almost like jelly-like texture. And really it depends how much you use, but you could use enough to make your lips look really nice and glossy, pile on to make it more like a nighttime lip mask, or just enough to have your lips nicely moisturized and smooth, which is what I do. There are 5 different peptides in here, so it's all about plumping out those lips, keeping them well hydrated and bouncy as well. There's a few plant extracts in here too. It really does feel like more of like a treatment balm rather than just like a normal lip balm. And the few brands that have tried to do their own version of this, they either make it too glossy, too sticky, or like not enough of either. Do you know what I mean? Like this is like the perfect in between and oddly buildable for a lip product. But honestly, the first thing that attracted to me was just the packaging. I just like that it was round. I have linked this on TikTok Shop. I'm not going to become a TikTok Shop creator, don't worry, but people always ask me where to get this from, and other than Korea, you can buy it here on TikTok Shop now officially. But yeah, I love it. I have backups of this. I have one in every bag. I absolutely love this stuff. I'm not sure what the beef is between London and my skin, but my skin hates London, the water, the air, whatever. But my lips in particular cannot stand it. But I took this lip balm with me to London recently, and it's the best lip balm I think I've used for situations where my lips just go to shit. This is the Zarina O Cosmetics Soothing Lip Balm, and I'll be honest with you, it's just a really, really nice blend of like oils, shea butter and lanolin. And I'm making that sound boring, but it's actually perfect. It's so nice. And it sounds quite heavy. Lanolin, shea butter, loads of oils, but has got this like thickness. Sorry, I bought like every flavor, so this is a new one. It's a little bit hard to squeeze at first, but once it's been in your pocket, and once you got that initial push out, it's not hard to use whatsoever. But you think it's gonna go on like really, really, really thick, but it's got this really nice, just slightly glossy finish to it that really is completely determined by how much you use. But what I love about this product is even once that glossy finish goes, even once you've eaten, had something to drink, it's been a few hours, there's still this feeling of that product on your lips, almost like your lips are kind of like caged in this protective layer. And honestly, I'm not a cosmetic chemist, but I think that's just what lanolin does. I think that's why people love things like nipple balms for their lips. I think we've become so used to seeing all these like amazing, fun, cool looking lip balms in different colors and different flavors. We really forget that there are some star key ingredients that make the best lip balms, and this has a lot of them. This like metallic tip, that kind of, I love the weight of it as well, that just like lightly presses on your lips, but also that thickness makes me feel like I've got my whole lips covered. So yeah, I will TikTok Shop link this just to shout out the brand because I'm really impressed with these lip balms. I saw the videos of them and I was like, I'm gonna buy them because they look so good. But I would definitely say if you're struggling with lip balms, if your lips are dry and cracked or they're prone to dryness quite often, drop all your fun scented and colored products and go for the original lip balm of these. I love it. I'm really happy I discovered this brand. My brutally honest opinion on K-beauty bestsellers. Horadin Dive-In Serum. This is essentially just a really nice serum full of humectants and calming ingredients, barrier supporting ingredients too, essentially what nearly every hydrating serum has in it nowadays. You know, this isn't even one of the originals, so I never truly understood why this has become so popular, but it's very, very good at what it does, and maybe that's why. I've emptied a few myself. It's just reliable. Moving on to another award winner, the Medicube PDRN Pink Peptide Ampoule. I don't get it. I don't get this one, I'll be honest with you. Another nicely hydrating serum. They oddly claim that PDRN is going to help even out skin tone by removing dark spots, and I don't think that's what topical PDRN in any other case has even claimed to do. I honestly think this wouldn't be so popular if it wasn't pink. Now, I do have to say the Medicube Collagen Night Wrapping Mask. Is it gimmicky? Yes. It launched when every other skincare brand was launching a peel-off mask. Actually, they might be one of the first to do this very thin-layered one. Niacinamide, ceramides, we have hyaluronic acid, glycerin in here, and PDRN, so you're going to get that plumpness. If you are struggling with dehydrated skin, a layer of this at night after your full skincare routine is going to lock everything in, and this was the only peel-off mask I could actually sleep in. The Dr. Althea 345 Relief Cream is neither here nor there for me, really. Like, it's alright. It does a good job at moisturizing, some relief when my skin was irritated, but the texture has always been a bit of a letdown for me. Either find myself getting too dry too quickly or too oily too quick, and obviously that's on my skin. But there's other creams that I feel like do a very similar job, but do it better.